Hey, it's David Miller with the Miller Group of Keller Williams Realty. I'm here to help you get real estate smart. All right, as we move into 2025 and the real estate market, at least in Orlando, is transitioning from a seller's market into a buyer's market, it's really important to understand that there are always two markets within any one of those markets. Let me explain. What I mean by that, no matter what market you're in, there are houses that sell and there's houses that do not, okay? That's always the case. Doesn't matter if it's a strong buyer's market or a strong seller's market, that's always the case. And that's usually determined by two things. That's how a house is priced versus the competition, and it's the condition of the property versus the competition. So if we look at it, these are the two markets you're gonna find in any market that we're in. So if we think about the COVID days, it looks something like this here. Everything was in the market, not out of the market, because there was no inventory. If you were a buyer, you were willing to take anything. And it didn't matter what condition it was in. So everything was in the market. If you were a seller in that type of market, that was the best market to be in. Now, as we transition into a buyer's market, that changes dramatically, and it changes over time. But you find that as time goes on, as in the seller's market, all these houses were in the market, they start to become out of the market because there's less buyers in the marketplace. And that's what we've seen with the high interest rates. There's not as many buyers out there. So what can you do as a seller? Well, you need to make sure your house is priced appropriately. That means competitive, and it shows value to the buyers, and your house has to be in top condition. Because if you see here, those are the only properties that are selling in a buyer's market. Now, this last chart here really tells it all. If we're in a declining market, which we're not there yet, but we might get there depending on interest rates, it's so important to have your house priced in the top 33%, because that's what buyers are looking for. They want to see value. And have your house in the top 33% on how it looks compared to other properties. And one of the best ways to get your house in top showing condition is staging. You know, you can either do it yourself, but if the house is vacant, it's probably not a good idea to have a vacant property. It's always better to have a staged property, because those properties always sell better and for more money. Now, this new section here is no man's land. What is that? Well, these are people that are following the market down. You know, they're starting just a little bit higher than the market value, and then the market's declining, so they continue to drop their price, but they're always behind it. It's always better to set the market and make the market rather than do anything else. So the most important thing is that if you're wanting to sell your house in a buyer's market, it's important to be partnered with a realtor who has sold houses during the down market. Now, that hasn't happened in about, 13 years. So it's so important to have somebody who's done it during the Great Recession, because it was terrible then. There's different strategies that can be used to make sure that your house is not just listed, but it sells. If we can help you do that, please give us a call. Hope that you are now real estate smart.